Hi everyone. Today is Monday, February 4th, 2019. My name is Brian McInerney. I'm the hydrologist with the National Weather Service here in Salt Lake City, and we've got a pretty significant winter storm on the way. So, what do you say we get to it? So we've been in quite an active pattern. We've been getting snow for the last 4 days, and it's been wonderful. But this feature here, these winds coming right here, this is Salt Lake. This low is going to swing right around, and this is Tuesday morning, and it's going to tap into all this subtropical moisture and bring in all sorts of good snow. So it's really well set up for these dynamics. So let's get started, and we'll start looking at snow totals. Logan Mountains, 10 to 14 inches we're expecting, 0.8 to 1.2 inches of water. It's going to start Tuesday morning. This is Monday at about 2:30 when I'm doing this briefing, and it's the storm ends on Wednesday night. The greatest snow intensity is most likely, but this could vary, is Tuesday late afternoon. Peak snowfall rates are 1 inch to 2 inches per hour down to the valley floor and decreasing. So what's going on is we've got warm advection right now. Things are coming out of the south. They're being favored in areas of that do well in southwest flow, like Powder Mountain, Provo Canyon, Deer Valley. They're all doing really quite well right now. I think we've gotten up to maybe a foot. The rest, not so much. But this flow is going to shift to a northwest flow as this cold front comes through, and that's what we're going to see. So when you look at the winds, based on what we just talked about, the flow has been out of the southwest. It's pretty good. And when you look Tuesday morning, tomorrow morning, if you're listening to this on Monday, winds are about going to be gusting at 65 miles an hour out of the southwest. And then about early morning, Wednesday morning, middle of the night, between Tuesday and Wednesday, the winds are going to drop off significantly, where it's almost going to go back to southwest flow after it's been northwest flow for a little bit. But then when the front comes through from the northwest, all that dynamics we just looked at with that satellite image, or the GFS image illustrated, winds are going to shift to the northwest, and then they're going to pick back up and continue west-northwest, northwest flow at about 40 miles an hour. So we're going to have some pretty good wind transport with this, but it's going to start in the southwest, it's going to knock off in the middle of the night, and then it's going to pick back up in a different direction out of the northwest when the front comes through. When we look at the northern mountains, this is Powder Mountain, Snow Basin, 12 to 16 inches with snow water equivalent about 1 inch to 1.3 inches. Again, it's going to start Tuesday morning and Wednesday night. And our greatest snow intensity is probably going to be Tuesday evening hours, with peak snowfall rates at 1 to 2 inches per hour down to the valley floor. And as it's getting colder, as this system moves through, it's a 2-day storm, the snow density trends are going to decrease. Winds are very similar, 65, 70 miles an hour out of the southwest Tuesday morning. It's going to hit that lull between southwest flow to northwest flow, middle of the night, Wednesday midnight, and then it's going to pick back up to maybe 40 miles an hour out of the northwest, and then continue on until this system moves through. When you look down in the front side, this is Alta Snowbird, Brighton Solitude. This is the big winner, and especially in Little Cottonwoods, snow totals 20 to 30 inches, and we might even get a little bit more out of this, 1.3 to 2.3 inches of water. It's going to start early Tuesday morning, and it's going to end Wednesday late night. And when you look at the snow intensities, it's probably Tuesday night. That could vary. There's a big open window, but it could be 2+ inches per hour, and it's going to be down to the valley floor with decreasing. And when you think of the winds howling and at the upper elevations on the peaks at about 85 miles an hour gusts out of the southwest on Tuesday morning, so some transport's going to be happening. And then we get that weird time between Tuesday evening and Wednesday morning where the winds are going to be shifting and really knocking off, and then picking up out of the northwest somewhere around 30 gusts, 30 for the remainder of the event. So the Cottonwoods doing really quite well on snow. When you go to the backside, this is when we see Park City, the canyons, parts of Deer Valley, 12 to 18 inches with snow water equivalent 1 to 1.5. It's going to start Tuesday morning and Wednesday night. And then the greatest snow intensity is Tuesday late night with 1 to 1.5 inches per hour. Really, everything is very similar to the front side with the exception of the snow amounts and the winds. Everything is a little more sheltered onto the back side when you have northwest flow. The canyons will do better with this, but Deer Valley on the southwestern parts of this storm. Winds 65 miles an hour out of the southwest Tuesday morning, veering around to the northwest with the slowest winds probably at that same time. Late Tuesday night into early Wednesday's winds dropping off, maybe even down to gusts of 20 miles an hour. Then picking back up to probably 40 miles an hour as we move into Wednesday afternoon, and then the storm was going to move on. When we look at the Uintas, and this is Windy Peak, and especially for the Park City Powder Cat people, 12 to 18 inches expected in this area, 1 to 1.5 inches of water. Tuesday late morning is when this is going to start. It starts a little later because it's farther east and that northwest flow is coming out. It's going to probably end Wednesday night, and then our greatest snow intensity is late Tuesday night with 1 inch to 1.5 inches of water. Peak snowfall rates at 1 to 1.5 inches per hour. And then really there's nothing warm about this storm. It's going to be down to the valley floor, especially in this area where the valley floors with decreasing snow trends. And the winds 65 miles an hour out of the southwest Tuesday at 6 a.m. Everything might be a little delayed, but we're still going to have that lull and back up to the northwest with 40 mile an hour. So some pretty good winds out of the different directions. This system has been following what we've seen a lot from the bigger events. Southwest warm advection to start with, veering around to a front out of the northwest. So there you have it. Glenn and I do this. I actually had Charlotte Dewey help me on this on the meteorology. She does a great job here. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter. There's our website. But again, and I can't hit this enough, go to the Utah Avalanche Center's page if you're going out in the backcountry and really look at this, because there's some pretty scary avalanche conditions out there. I know I've talked to some of the forecasters and they're concerned, especially far north. So there you have it. I'm Brian McInerney. Until the next storm, we'll go from there. Thank you.